Once upon a golden afternoon in the village of Kumaracoil, the wanderer SlumG, his trusty straw hat shaded by a spell of coolness, found himself within the banquet hall of bewitched leaves, a place where every wall shimmered turquoise and sunlight danced through jars of sugared dreams. At a table carved from a single banyan root, a banana leaf feast awaited him, parotas that puffed with secret laughter, and a bowl of curry whose aroma curled like a serpent of memory. Just as SlumG steadied himself for the first bite, Doctor Henricus the heartening fluttered down from the rafters, his spectacles glinting with encouragement. "Do not lose even a single crumb, dear traveller," he hooted, "for the spirits of the south will test your focus." From a shadow near the door, Sir Overkilde the Jubilant spun in with a clattering of stainless tumblers, his laughter making the sunlight blush. "Courage, comrade," he declared, bowing grandly. "Finish this enchanted meal, and all the village shall know your name." As SlumG lifted the first morsel, he sensed the room's magic, each bite a riddle, each flavor a memory, while the voices of companions, both seen and unseen, sent blessings whirling on the sunbeams, urging him onward into the first trial of his quest. Bathed in the honeyed glow filtering through the enchanted turquoise walls, SlumG stood at the crossroad of riddles and aroma, his straw hat askew in the hush of the bewitched banquet hall. As he pondered which curry held the secret to wisdom, a spectral breeze tiptoed in, carrying the chilly laughter of Botrix the Herald, who materialized beside the door, feathers dusted with morning mist. "Did the ghost visit you last night, O wanderer?" Botrix trilled, his eyes twinkling with mischief as he waved a scroll shimmering with unseen messages. Doctor Henricus the heartening, never missing a cue, swooped down to nudge a stainless cup towards SlumG's trembling hand. "Steady now, friend. The spirits test those who hesitate, but the truly wise share what they have seen." Fidge the dutiful, ever attentive, darted from table to table, arranging utensils into runes of luck, whispering, "Show it to them, Sir SlumG. Let all see your courage and cunning." With a wry grin and the innocence of a true adventurer, SlumG lifted his plate for the unseen folk and the fae beyond the door, inviting all to witness the first triumph of his quest. Even as shadows flickered with silent applause and the scent of green fields curled through the open window, promising adventures yet to come. And so, beneath a blazing sun as sharp as a smith's blade, SlumG the straw-hatted wandered into the bustling lanes of Vilavur, a crossroads where colors shimmered and the very air hummed with riddle magic. The sky itself seemed to lean in, watching as he lingered beneath the leafy shade of a traveler's tree, eyes wide with confusion at the maze of blue-washed cottages and the crimson portal of the House of Many Doors. Just then, from the cool shadows, Doctor Henricus the heartening emerged, his cloak fluttering and voice rich with kindness. "Ah, brave SlumG, you stand at the mouth of the trickster's crossroads. Beware, here every path splits twice, and the sun itself will play at swapping left for right if your purpose falters." A distant chime rang out, and Loftin of the Cloudspire swooped in on a playful gust, his laughter bright as rain on tin. "Courage, friend! The next bus sprite northward dances to the tune of waterfalls. Follow where your heart leaps, not where your shadow points." But even as the villagers bustled by, faces aglow and languages curling like flower vines, a strange, disembodied voice wafted upon the breeze, sly as a fox. "Are you truly in this land, O wanderer? Or do your feet still dream of distant kingdoms?" Slum, heart-thumping, glanced at the sign etched in ancient script, uncertain which road led forward and which to mischief. Yet the encouragement of his companions steadied his gait. Above, palm fronds whispered secrets, and the crossroads seemed to shimmer with possibility. Every choice a hidden trial, every misstep a lesson yet to be learned. As the enchanted sun climbed high and pressed golden coins of warmth upon the bustling lanes of Thuckalay, SlumG found himself grinning wide beneath his bewitched straw hat, standing before the market of blue walls, where laughter rang like wind chimes and every glimmering pot promised a secret. At his side appeared Doctor Henricus the heartening, whose robes fluttered a shade brighter against the rustic wall, his voice merry as he called, See, friend SlumG, how the villagers' spirits rise with yours. Fortune follows those who smile at fate. Just then, Loftin of the Cloudspire swooped low, trailing a ribbon of sunlight, and winked. The air is thick with curiosity today. Spirits and sprites alike have gathered to watch our next move. Which enchanted vessel shall we choose for the feast of the afternoon? SlumG, still agleam with the joy of victory over crossroads past, turned his gaze toward the distant greenery, his heart buoyed by the kindness swirling about him. All around, invisible fairy folk, some bold, some sly, sent riddles swirling on the breeze. Is this land always so beautiful, O wanderer? Does the warmth find its home in you? Vessels gleamed like treasure, the market's pulse throbbed with possibility, and as SlumG's laughter mingled with the chimes of the village, it seemed that fortune's next trial, hidden amidst the clangor and the kindness, waited just beyond the shade of the weathered wooden pole and the beckoning sun-dappled leaves. No sooner had SlumG set foot upon the bustling causeway of Thuckalay, a crossroads where magic and mischief forever entwined, than he beheld the legendary parade of sunlit carriages, a shining procession of yellow rickshaw beetles, their shells dappled by the shadows of ancient palms, engines humming like enchanted cicadas. Motor steeds of jade and obsidian snorted impatiently at the curb, their riders cloaked in blue and green, helms gleaming with protective warding sigils. The air pulsed with heat, and from amidst the crowd, Doctor Henricus the heartening appeared, fanning himself with a scroll of cheerful omens. "What circus is this, O brave SlumG?" he called, his voice both hearty and sly. "Shall we not spirit away a tuk-tuk and ride it moonward? There is nobody to see, only the ghosts of midday." At that, Shadowmark III, candle warden of lost travelers, materialized in a flicker beside a banana stall, lantern aglow even in the afternoon, and intoned, "Slim tuk, beware, for every carriage here is watched by 100 hidden eyes. Fortune rides with the bold, but wisdom walks with the careful." Overhead, Loftin of the Cloudspire sent a teasing breeze, scattering leaves and laughter alike. The heat rises like dragon's breath in distant lands, but here the adventure is thick as mango jam. Will you ride, or will you wait until the sun's favor cools? As SlumG weighed his choices, the rickshaw beetles seemed to shimmer, each promising a different destiny. One of speed, one of luck, and another of riddles, and the village itself held its breath, awaiting the hero's next magical misstep or triumph beneath the wide, cloud-dusted sky. And so it was, as the enchanted hour drifted to late afternoon, that SlumG the straw-hatted dreamer found himself ensconced in the gilded carriage of traveling whispers, a mystical vessel rolling through sun-dappled glades at the edge of Thiruvattaru. The windows, clear as scrying glass, framed a world bathed in honeyed gold, and SlumG sat in quiet wonder, his chin resting in his palm, the sunlight tracing his thoughtful brow like the blessing of some gentle guardian. Beside him, Doctor Henricus the heartening peered over a scroll of invisible maps and grinned. "Our friend, the sun favors those who do not rush. Are you pondering your wish for the river of reflection, or simply admiring the dance of green upon green?" SlumG smiled softly, his gaze wandering to the blurred emerald outside, where every tree seemed to wave in greeting. Sir Overkilder the Jubilant, perched a seat behind, leaned forward with a flourish, his voice ringing out like a festival bell. "Mark this moment, for every true adventurer must find joy in the journey as well as the destination. Shall we not toast this gentle hour with a tale or a jest?" The carriage itself, alive with murmurs of unseen spirits, hummed with the voices of winged whispers, some playful, some wicked, all weaving riddles in the air. "Tell us, O traveler, what fortune lies at the end of this sunlit road?" And so, surrounded by companions both steadfast and sly, SlumG let the warm glow fill him with hope, knowing that even amidst life's winding paths and tangled crossroads, it is the magic of good company and the courage to keep dreaming that transforms a simple afternoon ride into a chapter in an ever-unfolding fairy tale. As the sun's last golden spell stretched across the river of reflection, SlumG, his straw hat now threaded with the light of 100 dusk-bound fireflies, settled atop the ancient rocks along the shore, each stone humming quietly with the wisdom of travelers past. Doctor Henricus the heartening appeared at his side, his cloak catching the amber glow as he knelt to fill a cup from the river's shimmering surface. "Evening's peace, O seeker," he murmured warmly, "for here the world listens and the water remembers." Along the water's edge, Fidge the Dutiful marshaled a merry band of villagers and sprites, each arranging themselves for what seemed a portrait. Yet their laughter rose like songbirds at day's end, weaving gentle magic through the balmy air. Mammon the Mindful, eyes bright with curiosity, tiptoed nearer, whispering, "If you gaze long enough, the river may show you the next path or the shape of your truest wish." Across the arched bridge, silhouettes moved above the drifting current, market folk, pilgrims, and playful children whose footsteps rang like distant bells, all watched over by a gentle breeze that carried the scent of green palms and possibility. For a moment, all was still. Even the river seemed to pause, the world spellbound by the simple hope of a traveler at rest, his heart reflecting the promise of evening's light and the gentle certainty that every journey's end is but another enchanted beginning. Bathed in the golden hush of twilight, SlumG, the straw-hatted dreamer, stood at the edge of the river of reflection, his maroon tunic and enchanted pack agleam with the last breath of the sun, while the palms behind him swayed like gentle sentinels of the old forest. The air shimmered with gentle magic as Dr. Henricus the Heartening, ever the bringer of glad tidings, bustled up carrying a cup brimming with cool, dew-kissed river water. "Ah, SlumG, you wear the light of the setting sun as a crown," he declared, eyes merry. From the far bank, Fidge the Dutiful, clutching a scroll of lodging charms, called across the glowing water, "Will you seek rest, O traveller, or brave a moonlit swim beneath the gaze of the fireflies?" Just then, a shadowy figure, none other than Shadowmark III, candle warden of the riverside, emerged atop a mossy stone, lantern aglow. "There are secrets beneath the river's skin and romance curled in every ripple," he intoned, watching a water sprite twirl in the distance. Mamoon the Mindful, perched beside a willow's root, lifted a paw and inquired softly, "Do you seek a chamber woven with dreams, or will you trust the cleansing embrace of these enchanted waters?" Laughter and riddles danced on the breeze as the sun dipped lower, and SlumG, sensing the warmth and camaraderie woven through this magical eve, breathed deeply of the river's promise, knowing that here, upon the banks of twilight, the greatest fortune lay not in treasure or tokens, but in the fellowship of those who journeyed beside him, each heart aglow with hope and gentle mischief as another chapter in the tale unfolded. From the sheltering boughs of the Willow Balcony, a perch spun of ancient wood and dream stuff, its railings inlaid with moonstone and elder runes, SlumG gazed out upon the valley of reflecting waters, where the river flowed in velvet hush beneath a sky brushed with silver and rose. Below, the land lay quilted in emerald, palm trees rising as gentle giants above a cottage with a roof as red as dragon's breath, its walls glowing with the promise of hearth and hospitality. The air shimmered with the laughter of sprites and the fragrance of dust-blooming jasmine. Doctor Henricus the Heartening, ever steadfast, joined SlumG at the railing, his cloak catching the breeze as he declared with a bright grin, "Behold, O wandering friend, even the river slows to marvel at your day's journey. Let your heart settle, for in this enchanted place, the world's worries slip away like pebbles in a stream." From the shadowed stair, Fidge the Dutiful hurried forth, bearing a goblet of star water and a sheaf of scrolls. "Sir SlumG," he cried, "the spirits of the chat folk whisper their approval. See how the evening glows brighter by your presence. Shall we toast to fortune or review the secrets of this dwelling's comfort?" With a wry smile, SlumG raised the goblet high, feeling the gentle magic in the air as fireflies danced their praises, and the distant roofs winked in the gathering twilight. Here, at the liminal hour, surrounded by loyal companions, the quest felt blessed anew. Each stone, each leaf, each ripple in the river, a promise that the truest magic lay in journey's gentle pauses and the voices that echo kindly across enchanted lands. There, beneath the lanterns strung like firefly constellations along the Willow Balcony, SlumG, crowned in his enchanted straw hat and maroon traveler's cloak, lifted a goblet of moon-sweet tea, its steam curling into shapes of distant dragons and laughing sprites. All around him, the evening air shimmered with the glow of festival magic. Doctor Henricus the heartening clapped him on the shoulder, declaring, "A smile such as yours, dear SlumG, could coax the river of reflection itself to reveal its deepest secrets tonight." From the shadows by the palm-fronded gate, Fidge the dutiful darted forward, balancing a tray of sugared pears and whispering, "Every journey ends sweeter when shared with friends. Here, a taste of fortune for the road ahead." Laughter bubbled as Sir Overkilder the Jubilant led a merry dance beneath the golden-lit balcony, his boots tapping out riddles on the cobbles, while Shadowmark the Third, Candle Warden, kindled a lantern at the foot of the stairs, its warm glow promising safe passage through the velvet dusk. As SlumG raised his cup to the gathered fellowship, their faces aglow with hope and the promise of new tales, he felt the gentle spell of the evening settle over him, weaving each companion's kindness into a cloak of courage and belonging. And so, with the magic of the night blooming around him and the wisdom of the river shimmering in his heart, SlumG's journey found its perfect pause, triumphant, spellbound, and ready for the next enchanted dawn.